guys, welcome to our channel, Exploring It All. I'm Miraculous Girl. Join me and my dad while we explore subscription boxes, the outdoors, gear and equipment, and other fun things and places. Before we get started, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Ding! Thank you for watching.
Well, thank you for that amazing introduction, Miraculous Girl, and thank you everyone for joining us again here on Exploring It All. So today we have the April of 2025 Apocabox Skills Challenge box, Skills Project Only box. That is currently what I'm doing with Apocabox and the Survival and Bushcraft Patch of the Month club. I'm doing that one as well. And there's a couple of reasons for that, and we'll go over that as we take a look at the Survival Skills Project. And I am going to be touching here in the very beginning quickly. We'll kind of go over because we get the list, or at least I think I do. I'm supposed to. I got it last time, right? We get the list of everything that's in Apocabox. So this is the Survival Skills Challenge. I'm going to set this aside for a minute and let's go over the other items that are in this month's Apocabox. So first we have the canvas tin roll. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull that out, even though it's part of the Survival Skills Project. And this is the canvas tin roll. It's a nice canvas. It's stitched up here. It's doubled over on the sides. You got paracord stitched in there. Same lengths. Might want to burn the ends a little bit. Nice. No other logos or branding. Would have been nice to have a little creek patch on here or something. So that is the first item. The next, we have a retractable gear anchor. Now, the retractable gear anchor is a carabiner that has a little bungee cord on it, like this. Now this is my little fishing trimming tool. I'm certain I have one of those carabiners with the retraction on it. I'm not exactly sure. This one has a light. And then this is my little fishing one. Little snippers here. And these lock closed. And you just put this on your fishing vest or whatever and you're good to go. Anyway, so it's a carabiner with this kind of retraction tool on it. And that's kind of cool. I don't really need that. I think I have one somewhere. Next up was the Hexahang paracord gear organizer. Now I don't have anything to show as an example of that. I actually considered making one. I saw a picture of it. I know I could make one. You had some paracord with a cobra weave. This is a cobra weave, and it had paracord, 5 strands of paracord that came out about 3 feet with hooks on the end, so you could hang your gear off of that. I have Udi strap organizers. I have one called, what was it? Charlotte's Webbing. There's a few different types of gear hangers. And I may even have some others. And you can make different styles of it. This one you just hang on a hook and it goes down. Next we have a metal multi-tinsel. Alright, metal multi-tinsel. Here we go. Now I saw a picture of the one Creek had. I think we got one like this with the can opener ones from Creek. But the one, and I know I got this one recently from Creek, but this one is more of a sport design. And this is my titanium ones here. So it had more of a fork and spoon type appearance. These are this one's titanium. I can feel it weighs half what this one does. So anyway, you got lots of sport options. Obviously, I have lots of this kind of stuff. And again, kind of leads to why I'm doing the skills project. I love the skills projects. So next we have the Japanese marker knife. And I saw a picture of that. And I'm going to say the best way I can compare it, it was a Reptile Toolworks knife. And the best way I could compare it is it kind of looks a little bit like this. It would be bigger, but it was a triangular blade, kind of like a utility knife, a razor blade, but made out of the carbon steel. So there was that in there. What was next? The micro chainsaw. I have a few of these. I don't think his came in the tin. His had red handles, but you have this type of chainsaw blade, and this is designed that you can saw it back and forth, whereas most chainsaw blades only cut in one direction. This one cuts in more than one direction. Mine's set up, you put your little hook handles on it here. And this will just slide in here like that. And you tie a knot in your end here and run it through your handle. And so you got these handles and you can do that back and forth. These are pretty cool. Gosh, they used to be pretty inexpensive. I wouldn't be surprised to see these things going for like 20 bucks at this point. I mean, the way the prices are anymore. But it's a cool item. I like it. I got this one many years ago in another subscription. And I don't know where I got this because I have two of them. I don't know where I got the second one from. So the micro chainsaw, pocket chainsaw, whatever you want to call it, that's what that looks like. And then we had a stainless folding pocket knife. And I had mine out. Oh, here it is. So his stainless pocket folding knife reminded me of this one here, and I forget the name of this. This is by Leatherman, so it's going to be probably a better quality than this one. But it has a carabiner built into it, the one that Creek has. This one has a carabiner that folds out. So if you're out doing some tasks and you want to keep your knife handy, you can clip it onto your D-ring on your backpack or something like that. This will double as a bottle opener. Mine locks, so it's pretty good, and you press down on it to get it to unlock. And it's a liner lock knife, and I believe the Creek's was the same. It's very similar to this. Obviously, I don't need that because I have a lot of knives. But this is the Leatherman one, and it's a good knife. And that leads me to the final item, which I don't have the paperwork for, which was it was a knife, and I forget what the name was, and it was a little bit, it was similar to one we got not too long ago. This one right here. This is the Karambit. It was thicker and bigger, kind of like this in material here. This was more of an axe one, but it was bigger with less of a curve. And I like these. I have a lot of these little ones. I liked this when it originally came, when you were supposed to make a paracord handle for it. I ended up putting drilling holes in here and putting some brass pins in and some teak wood. And I have a lot of these that I'm working on, a lot of little different projects when he sends out these steel. In fact, I have one right here. And one thing I will say is both of the Japanese marker knife and the Plus item knife came with this staple style leather sheath. You could take these staples out and then stitch this if you wanted. The leather seems very, very good. And the other thing that they all have is they now have his new logo on here. And that's all stamped in. And I like it. And a lot of people, if you don't realize it, these are the letters from his name. The head up here is the C. You have the R right here. The K is backwards, and then the wings are two E's. So if you C-R-E-E-K, Creek. So that's how he came up with that logo, which is cool. This one, looked similar to like this. Put the blackened finish. I've sanded this all down by hand. I put jimping in here with a Dremel tool because I like jimping. And I have wood for the handles. And it's one of those in-progress projects that I have going on. I forget, this was the Fura stock. I don't know, it was a Viking knife or something was what it was supposed to be. But, I like them. I have a lot of these projects. And that's why I like doing the survival skill stuff. So that gets us down to the nitty-gritty here. the survival skills challenge. What was it? Well, the other thing that was included here, and it talks about it when he talks about the survival roll, is he sent you a bunch of these cans to fit in here. And this is cool. I'm going to just take all of these out right now. And he also sent a bunch of stickers. Here we go. Sent us a bunch of stickers. And I'm not going to stick these on right now because I'm not sure which tins I'm going to use. And I'll show you some of these things. And let's see, we got the fishing kit, hygiene kit, rescue kit, first aid kit, urban survival, fire kit, which are always fun. You got a water kit one, a survival repair kit, and survival snare kit. So you have all these different stickers that you can stick on these tins and make up your own little survival tin kits. These pockets are pretty good sized. Now, not too long ago, we got this one. One of our survival skills challenge was to make a little survival kit, which I did. And he sent some of the items to go in it, and I've added ones. I got my Leatherman squirt in here. He had a survival whistle, a signal mirror. I have another whistle. I have a photon light in here, some matches, a Band-Aid. I even got a Grim Workshop in here. And he sent this little tin, and like I said, this was a survival. I think there's some signaling tape there. And this was the survival skills challenge. This paracord doubles in here. I got basically 2 whistles, so you probably save a lot of room getting rid of that other whistle. And then I had this shut with a rubber band. Now, I would call this a signaling kit. Is that one of our options? Hygiene. It wasn't. I would say a signal kit. Urban survival. Or just an all-around. Water, fishing. Nope, I don't have a sticker that matches this one. But I got it all made up already. So I could take this kit and you put a sticker on there. You put that in there. And now, if you're going to go hiking or whatever, you can pull out whichever kit you want. Fire kit's going to be real popular. A lot of things you can put in there. What's this one over here? I got this. This one here is a fishing kit. It says it right on there. This was a pre-made one. I don't think I've added anything to it. It has hooks. It has line. It has a little reel in there, it looks like. Which is better than having loose line when you have a little portable reel like this. This needs to have some line put on there. But there's a lot of little things in there. You got floats, imitation baits, hooks. Looks like a zip tie. So there you go. There's a little fishing kit. And when I was in the Boy Scouts, I loved little kits like this. I used to make my own. I still have them. Got the Ranger bands here. And I have tons of other little survival kit options. I have a bunch of these tins too. I wonder if this will fit. Pocket chainsaw will fit right in there. You can put these in here. So you can make this up any way you want. Anyway, that's the survival skills challenge, is to come up with some ways, kind of kits to make. I think Creek challenged you to post it on the Instagram and tag Apocabox. I think there's something on there about that. It's using pound Apocabox to go ahead and tag that on there. All right, guys. Well, so that is a look at Apocabox for April of 2025 and the Survival Skills Challenge. It's more of a have fun putting stuff together. Oh, that's what I'll call that, the Survival Rescue Kit, because it's got the whistle and the signaling mirror. That'll work. Rescue or signaling. Yeah, That makes sense. It's got this little flashlight in there. I like it. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember, hit like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and be nice to each other.